Chapter 62. Good Company. Johnny was already at the cottage when Daddy got home, and his heart lifted. He would talk to Johnny about what happened today when Eleanor wasn't nearby. She was still in her Land Army uniform. She'd put a table on the porch and had lemonade and biscuits out. She'd saved their sugar ration for weeks to be able to bake. Johnny had his feet up on the table and was laying back in his chair, precariously balancing on two legs. Eleanor was laughing out loud at something he'd said. Squadron Leader Riley, defying gravity even when not flying. Moose Wrangler, married life's making you fat. It's that I'm not stressing all my weight off, flying at your wingtip. Trying to keep up, you mean? Hello, brother. How have you been keeping? All right, I miss you, man. It's not the same without you. The honesty left him without words for a moment. We were one hell of a team. I miss you too. You look good though, Danny. I was worried about you back then. You should have told me you weren't well. Danny shrugged. I thought I was just tired. Are you going to say hello to me, sweetheart? He laughed, kissed her. How was your day, darling? Goatee. You need to go look. Sarah had twins today while I was away, 2 little girls. Fortunately, all is well. I think Christina and Hank are getting really serious now. We might have a wedding before the end of the year. How was yours? Good. No one crashed today. Johnny laughed. I hear it's bad. I hear some of the other old men who got posted to training command begged to be made operational again within the stretch of a few weeks because there's less chance of getting killed. You're lucky you don't have to do much flying with the green ones. We've seen some rough stuff go down. One of the boys who was supposed to go operational crashed last week and died. Eleanor was wide-eyed. You don't tell me these things, and I thought you were safe. I'm safe, darling. As Johnny said, I don't have much to do with getting their flight hours in. I teach tactics and how to recognize your own side's planes, which they have a surprisingly hard time learning. Poor lads. Squadron Leader Riley, shall we go look at my wife's goats? He loved seeing how she still thrilled whenever he called her his wife. Eleanor picked up Francina's sturdy 2-month-old kid and handed him to Johnny. He's called Arthur, and he's spoiled rotten. Johnny held the fat little goat and scratched him behind the ears. Funny-looking dog, cuz. Danny, you need to get her a real puppy. They laughed, and Arthur hiccup bleated. Johnny put him down. There, run to your mama. Your goats are looking great, Al. You've got a good thing going here. I'm really happy for you children. How are you, really, Johnny? I'm all right. A bit tired, but everyone is. If you're asking, I'm not seeing anyone right now. It'll come in the right time. It was later, when Eleanor went in to make dinner, that he had the chance to talk to Johnny. I've got something to talk to you about, and I don't want Elle to hear. This American bastard came by today. He's a colonel in the USOF, and of course he immediately knew I wasn't Canadian. What did he say? He pretty much threatened me, Johnny. Surely he can't touch you here. He seems to think he can. His ball game seems to be I get back and get myself in the USOF, or he's going to make life real difficult for me. What are you going to do? I'm going to wait and see where he goes with it. Couldn't you get yourself into one of the Eagle squadrons? I'm not back to operational yet. Does he know about your flying hour restrictions? Yeah, I get the idea he wants me in instructor capacity. He mentioned the Pacific. Is it necessarily bad? There are some really beautiful places over there, and if you're out of the war and still in instructor capacity... I know. I know, but Johnny, look at her. She is so happy. She's growing into the stunning, strong woman. And she's building a life here. And that first while that we were going steady, she told me she didn't know where she fits in and what her purpose is. She's finding it now, and how am I going to uproot that just because I technically committed a crime against my country and I'm about to pay for it? There's also the thing. I don't think the US is going to be neutral for much longer. They're stepping up their firepower steadily. Why else would they want me? They expect trouble in the Pacific, I think. It might never come to something, but it also might, and then we're in a whole new kind of war. I don't know what to do. Danny, my friend, I'm going to agree with you and my cousin. I've never seen her like this. She's happy, but I think she can be happy anywhere else too. She can leave her goats with Pete and he'll take care of them. Those old folks love her. She'll bloom wherever you are because it's you that's the reason she's found her feet. I don't know what you do, but I watch you together and she just thinks the sun shines out of you. You see her, you let her grow, you lift her up. That's the thing. She's not happy because she has goats. Don't worry about that. You're in a war here too, and I think you're going to be fine. Don't let this bastard walk over you. See if you can tough it out, but if you have to go, if you have the chance of a pardon in your own country, then that does open some doors for you. There has to be a way to find a benefit in this thing. See how it goes down. We can also hope his boat gets torpedoed on the way back and you never hear from him again. But don't worry yourself about it right now. Johnny was right. Eleanor came out and called them to dinner. The feeling of impending doom went away. Johnny had stories like always, and they laughed. It felt like old times and life was good.